him.
Oh, he's spinning. All right, so we are at the Baranof Warm Springs.
Yeah.
We got in about 4 o'clock yesterday, ate some food, played some games, and then took a bath, and then this morning we're going to walk up to the hot springs.
Yeah,
Let's do
exciting. River otter.
So what they have here is they've got bathhouses that free to the public. It's got just water from the hot springs, and then they've got a cold tap here to cool off the water. And there's also a commode in there. Pretty relaxing. Natural hot springs.
Naturally hot.
So these are natural hot springs. So there's algae growing on the bottom. So you definitely want to bring a pair of shoes, like some water shoes, and then that way, because it's slippery down here.
That's great.
Yeah, and then you can always, because there's, like I said, there's algae floating around. You can always hit the bath on the way back and wash yourself off. But and you're going to want to bring some bug spray.
Anybody see the videos on the
That's slippery. All right, we're splitting up. There's a lake up above us. We're gonna hike up to that lake. The girls are gonna go back down to the boat, to the bathhouses. They're gonna take a nice little relaxing bath and then go to the boat. And so we'll meet them back at the boat. All right, so we thought that the lake was like 30 minutes there, and it was basically like not even a 10-minute walk. So we came back. We're gonna bring the ladies with us. So came back to pick them up, and now we're gonna head over to the lake. Unless I'm wrong, are you guys going to the lake?
We're going right there, yeah.
Yeah. Felix, is that cold?
That's cold. Oh, good job, yeah.
So, what's your verdict, Ashley? Did you like the Warm Springs?
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Were they warm or were they hot?
They were hot. Definitely recommend it.
10 out of 10 would recommend?
It's worth a little boat trip here.
Yeah, and the lake's like not even 10 minutes away, so.
3 minutes away.
And maybe 15 minutes away if you want to get to the little beach part that we're at, but yeah, really pretty up here. Are you glad we came?
Worth it. Beautiful here. Beautiful.
Remember though, there are mosquitoes and no-see-ums and gnats, and so bring some bug spray.
Got it in the hot springs.
No moss, no hair.
How are you guys doing?
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Choker.
Doing a bunch of research and conservation stuff. In fact, we were out yesterday because there's an entangled whale out there in Frederick Sound now. It was in Chatham Strait. And we got a satellite transmitter on it. It's wrapped up in crab pot gear.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if this is the same one that was in by Juneau. Yeah.
Yeah, there's two. This one was up there 2 days ago, and our colleagues put this satellite transmitter on the gear that's towing behind it, and we tracked it all the way down Chatham. Went out yesterday to get some images from a drone so we could see the nature of the entanglement.
Yeah.
Relayed that back to the head.
So Mark and my conversation got cut off because my battery died. But anyways, there's a whale research center here. Those are all marine biologists, and so right now there's 2 humpbacks that have been tangled up in crab pot lines. So they're pulling these buoys and crab pots around with them, and so they were going out to mark them, like put a transmitter on them so they could track them, and then they're going to try to cut the rope off the crab pots, and that way the whales aren't freed up anymore. But it's really interesting meeting those guys. So I'm standing here with Brendan, and he does charters on a sailboat.
Yeah, yep. We take people like these guys from Idaho on week-long trips from Skagway to Juneau, or Juneau to Petersburg, or Petersburg round trip, stuff like that.
And so about the sailboat here, what's the length, what's the dimensions of it?
Yeah, so Hopscotch is a 50-foot long sailboat. It's about 14 feet wide. It actually has 4 staterooms, with each has their own bathroom and another little room up forward where I sleep. So we take about 6 guests on, like 5-6 night trips.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you're based out of?
So I live in Skagway, which is about 80 miles north of Juneau, kind of at the very end of the Inside Passage. So that's like our home port. But we also do, like I said, a lot of stuff out of like Petersburg, and we start and end trips in Juneau a lot because it's easy for people to get to. But mostly just all of Southeast Alaska, you know, Stevens Passage, Frederick Sound, Chatham, the Lynn Canal, Icy Strait, stuff like that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So he's going to take us aboard and show us what his operation looks like.
Yeah, we're in the middle of, we just finished breakfast in the middle of a trip, so she's not as ship shape as usual, but come aboard. Of course, we're at the hot springs here, so everyone's got their towels drying. Pretty epic spot. Hey guys, we're coming down for a quick video show here.
Do you want me to tidy up breakfast stuff?
No, we're good. We're in full candid mode. So this is the cockpit up here. People love to hang out up there. Come on down the steps. I always say go backwards. This is kind of the main room. This is Chef Sierra. She makes amazing food for everyone all week. We've got 2 aft cabins. I think there's people in them right now. 2 forward cabins, and this is kind of the main workhorse of the boat right here, the galley. So yeah. Sierra's in here 15 hours a day, making breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah. We saw her this morning at the hot springs, so you got a little time for yourself.
I snuck away this morning.
Yeah, it's a pretty special spot. So yeah, that's kind of the interior. We do dinners down here when it's chillier or there's bugs or, you know, sometimes whatever. So, but mostly up top and hanging out outside.
So in the cabins, are they twins, kings, or not queens?
They're about queen size beds. But you know, everything about a sailboat is shaped for efficiency for sailing. So you know, you got a little narrower at the head and the bow of the boat, and then back here it's a little wider. So kind of, you know, just depends.
So one of my friends, Steve, he has done some sailing, and he says it's a little difficult sailing here in Southeast Alaska.
Yeah, I think that it's interesting, right? Because you have all these big channels with, you know, lots of wind or no wind and big currents. But I mean, I've sailed on almost every continent except Antarctica. And I think the sailing in Southeast Alaska is as good as anywhere.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty protected water. It's wide in a lot of places. There's always some wind at some point of the day. And you can sail from 5 a.m. till 10 p.m. and never, you know, have it get dark. So, no, I mean, the reason we're here is because I think it's such good sailing.
Oh, wow, really?
It's not, you know, it's not the Caribbean. It's not, you're not going to get, you know, a sea breeze, trade winds every day, but you're also seeing bears on the beach and whales next to the boat and fishing and
white cap cover, snow cap cover mountains all over the place.
It's just like you're sailing in a fairy tale. It's just unbelievable.
Really,
you know?
Yeah. So for us, we just came down from the lake, and my daughter-in-law's from Arkansas, and I was like, it's almost as pretty as Arkansas. And she's like, it's a little bit prettier than Arkansas.
Yeah, I think sometimes that, you know, when people have never been here, it kind of catches them off guard a little, right? It's like a little overwhelming at first. Like, is this really like real?
Yeah.
You know?
Is this?
And then you start, and I do the same thing. I like compare it to like, well, and I grew up in Washington, which is a really beautiful spot too, and lots of mountains and water. But there's something about this place, and you know, spots like where we are today that it's just so magical. I just love it.
You nailed it, magical, yeah.
In your blood for sure.
My mom, because I'm from Oklahoma, my mom said, "Don't move to Alaska," and she had taken a cruise up here. Yeah. And so she knew that once I got up here, I was like, I'm not coming home.
Yeah. There's some, I'm gonna butcher it. I think it's like what is it? John Muir quote. It's like, never go to Alaska as an old man.
Yeah.
Because you'll regret
Yeah.
that you didn't
You wish you
earlier.
had gone in earlier, exactly.
Maybe I have that backwards, but anyway, it's something like that. And I think it's true, you know, a lot of people come to Alaska and everyone just kind of has their own unique experience about why it affected them.
Yeah.
In a way, so.
Well, that's really neat. So you have sailed almost every continent, or every continent.
I mean, I guess it'd be better to say Ocean.
Yeah.
I never sailed in the Indian Ocean, so I still have to check that off my list.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to take a break from this.
Yeah, I know. Well, the good thing about this, I mean, good and bad, is, you know, our season's pretty short. So we just start in early May and we end in late September, and that's kind of it. So you're really busy for half the year, and then of course there's, you know, take down time and warm up time, but you know, for the most part you get a few months in the winter to go recharge and have other adventures. So who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe the Indian Ocean this winter. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be nice. There's not a lot of room on a sailboat, so do you carry like paddle boards or anything?
Yeah, we have paddle boards and kayaks. Our normal thing is we start in a place like Juneau, and then we're just out for like a week. So we bring all the food, everything we're gonna eat, all the ice, paddle boards, dinghy, all that stuff, and we're just out here. This is actually, this particular stop is like the only time we really ever come to a dock and be around other people, just because, you know, there's so many other spots that are truly wild and awesome. So we normally just go into these little bays and anchor and, you know, launch the toys, they call them, and then go play around. So
perfect. Yeah. So your charter can seat how many? I mean, it can...
We take 6 guests.
6 guests.
So maximum 6 guests and 3 cabins, and it's Sierra and I on board, so.
Okay.
As the crew.
And then it's between 5 and 6 days?
Yep, yeah. Normally people are coming from, you know, far away, so we always put them in a hotel the first night, just because flights get delayed and all that stuff. And then we do about 5 nights on the water, and then at the end of the trip, another night in the hotel, just the last night, so people can, you know, get refreshed and sleep in a big bed and take a big shower and all that stuff. So yeah, all our trips are a little different in length, but for the most part, it's 6, 7, 8 days.
And so if people want to get in touch with you to schedule a charter with you, how do they do that?
The best thing to do is just go to sailnw.com. So the company is Sail Northwest. I don't know if that's zoomed in, just sailnw.com.
Sailnw.com.
Yeah.
And you got a number? You want to tell them the number? And I'll just put it, I can put all this stuff down in the description.
So. It's 206-755-5786.
And follow it.
Oh yeah.
And follow. What's your socials?
On Instagram, what are we? It's
at Sail NW Adventures.
Yep.
At Sail NW Adventures.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
And on both of them, Facebook and Instagram. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for giving me the tour and showing me around. This is awesome. I've always been interested in sailing, but I've never been on a sail. This is my first time ever being on a sailboat.
Oh, really?
So,
you gotta come on a sail or something with us.
Oh, it'd be awesome. Yeah, if you're in Juneau or Island, anchor, and we'll show you around our place, and you can come.
Amazing.
Yeah, take us out for it.
That'd be epic.
In a couple hours or whatever.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
See you later. All right, guys.
All right, man. Safe travels.
Thank you. Adios.
Yeah, man. Man, it was really cool running into Brendan and giving us a tour of his boat. What a great guy too. You can just tell he was really down to earth and an experienced captain. He knew what he was doing. So I wish him luck in his future adventures. And like I said, if you guys are interested in checking out his social media, I'll have the link in the description down below. And then yeah, give him a holler if you're interested in doing something like that. Really cool. So man, this is a magical place. I mean, we had such a good time here. So Baranof Warm Springs is located on Baranof Island, and it's been around for thousands of years. The Tlingit people used the hot springs for their medicinal purposes, and it was spiritual to them. So it's really cool to come here and see something that's been around here, forever, basically. And yeah, I mean, there's a bath house, there's a toilet in there, but there's no stores, no fuel. But you bring your own stuff, and without the amenities, it is a wonderful place to visit. So anyways, we're going to be launching here in just a little bit and headed to Rangoon. This is the end of our trip to Baranof. So what was some of your takeaways? What'd you like and what didn't you like?
Well, it's got, just to summarize, it's a real quaint and small kind of village almost. So just some people live here year round, some people don't, and just the overall feeling of it is really welcoming.
Everybody's really kind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, really, everybody that we met was really kind and helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know what etiquette works and doesn't work around here. That was nice of them.
So what about the hot springs? Too hot? Too cold?
I liked it.
So it was perfect for me. I went into the hot tubs yesterday, got up at 4 a.m. this morning, spent probably about an hour then because nobody was up yet, and then the kids woke up and then we all hiked back up to the warm springs and set out by the waterfall. Then we hiked back down and I hit the hot tubs or hot bath house one more time. So I loved it. It was an A plus for me.
What about you? You like the
I loved it.
What's you like better, the tubs or the springs?
I think I like the tubs.
Yeah.
Because you could put some hot or cold water in if you got too hot.
Yeah, for sure.
But definitely the view of the hot springs was better.
I like the hot springs more because you kind of have to force yourself to
get
into a hotter temperature, and I did a little circuit where I'd go in the cooler hot one, hotter hot one, and I'd take a dip in the cold waters.
Yeah,
and
there's
I'd
a little
do that again.
There's a little pool, not where the hot springs are. You just gotta walk over like a little bump.
Yeah, we didn't even see that until someone else got in it.
And then you can go down that, and that's pretty much cold water.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that was the view to die for. But knowing me, I'd go right over into the rapids. So.
Anyways, all right. So we're headed off to Rangoon now. So I guess we'll see you then. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, live free. Tune in next week when we stop in and see my buddy Jimmy in Rangoon.